lie. I want to watch this right here on photo. You feel me? My nigga Matty Balls. No one cares about XXL Freshmen anymore. Here's why. Now, if y'all watched the recently XXL Freshman freestyles, ciphers. First one was ass. The second one, I ain't gonna lie. You know I'm talking about the recent ones. Was good. You know, with Latala and all them, that was actually good. I don't know why. Like, I actually enjoyed that. It was not bad. Like, it could have been better, but it was actually good. Like, I actually did not hate that. Like, it was good, folks. I actually enjoyed it. But let's be honest, still XXL, like, XXL it's cooked. It's finished. Like, GG, finito, that shit gone on my brother.
XXL is a very popular magazine in the hip-hop space, but they are especially known for their annual freshman classes. Every year they release a list of 10 artists that are on the rise, doing all sorts of content with them, but people have always gravitated towards the ciphers. The annual freshman lists and ciphers have always generated a lot.
Nothing will ever top 2016. Ain't that crazy? Nothing. This shit will remain iconic, boy.
Buzz. However, it seems like people's interest is dwindling. Since 2016, the views on the ciphers in particular have gone down 98%. Just recently, they released the 2023 ciphers, and it has been met with a lot of negative reception. So after looking into it, I've come up with 3 reasons as to why interest in XXL has declined over the years. But first, to understand, we have to go way
back. Do y'all think it's just because, like, they don't really be having niggas on there that people care about? Because they be just having, like, random ass people on there that it's like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this? That's probably why.
Back to when XXL was just a small magazine. In 1997, Reggie Dennis, Robert Marriott, and James Bernard started XXL. These 3 were all previously editors from The Source, which was another magazine in the hip-hop space. For a while, XXL lived in the shadow of The Source, and the 2 magazines even had some beef. They also actually had some beef with Eminem, who was upset at them because they said they don't do articles on white rappers. But after he blew up, they did a story on him saying he was a culture vulture and a KKK member. So he dissed them on the song Marshall Mathers with some pretty hilarious lines. Funnily enough, XXL actually responded to the diss by putting Eminem on the cover of one of their magazines, which is pretty crazy. Anyways, the first issue that XXL ever released was a double cover with Master P and Jay-Z. In the early 2000s, XXL began reaching higher heights and becoming a much more important magazine in the hip-hop community. They had made up with Eminem and sort of began to replace The Source in popularity. Paul Cantor of Medium.com said that by the time he started writing for XXL in 2004, things were booming. Meanwhile, the internet was becoming much more popular, and by 2007, there were a ton of blogs in the hip-hop space popping up. XXL was on top of things though, and created a website to publish articles very quickly. They were able to maintain relevance through this quick adaptation. Then in 2008, after almost 9 years of working there, the chief editor of XXL, Elliot Wilson, was let go from the company, but not before leaving behind a crucial idea. Elliot, along with his staff, came up with the iconic annual freshman class list, which would be what XXL is best known for today. Elliot Wilson and the rest of the staff at XXL released the first issue of the freshman class in 2007. Vanessa Sadden, the current chief editor of XXL, said that they were tired of putting the same faces and big artists on their covers, so they wanted to showcase newer artists on the scene. The 2007 class featured artists like Lupe Fiasco, Lil Boosie, Plies, and more. The first freshman class was simply a magazine with no extra online content, as they were just kind of getting into the digital world. In 2008, they didn't release a freshman class issue, likely because Elliot Wilson left that year. Then in 2009, Vanessa Sadden became the chief editor of XXL, and she was clearly invested in all of the different mediums of content that XXL was putting out.
And you've got to double up on content. You've got to be able to do content for a daily basis and then for a monthly basis. What you do for a website is a whole different thing than what you do for a magazine. You treat the content differently. So you just have to be familiar with what you're creating and for what audience your audiences are, based on whether it's the magazine or the website, because they can be the same audience or they can be different.
So likely under her direction in the 2009 freshman class issue, they put out much more content with the artists. They put out 3 covers with different artists like Wale, B.O.B., Kid Cudi, and more. However, it was also the first year where they released a cappella freestyles with each artist. They also released a freestyle with Asher Roth, Charles Hamilton, and Mickey Fax, who were actually freestyling, going back and forth, having fun, with a beat playing in the background.
Like I told him, so go ahead and handle it.
Yo, hats off to Ash Roth.
Now it's time for me to blast off astronaut.
Kid
Man,
Cudi
motherfuckers
even popped
used to
in for a
freestyle
quick
like
bar.
that.
And while it wasn't technically the first cypher, it essentially set the foundation for what would happen in the coming years. Following that, in 2010, they had one of their best freshman classes ever that would really set a precedent going forward. Vanessa had stated in interviews that they wanted to get artists that were set to blow and show a lot of longevity, without them having a debut studio album out with a record label. She had also mentioned that the freshman class is the XXL staff's opinions about which artists are up next, and that it wasn't entirely objective or voted in by fans. So with that in mind, I think XXL was right on the money when they chose artists like J. Cole.
Yo, J. Cole, Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy, 50 Cent, Trench. Wow, Wiz, Nipsey. Wow, Freddie Gibbs. Long live Freddie Gibbs. Phonem.
Nipsey Hussle, Wiz
Big Sean. Where my nigga Big Sean at? Am I blind? Am I blind?
Khalifa, Freddie
Yeah,
Gibbs,
nigga.
J-Rock, and many more for the 2010 freshman class. As far as content goes, they released the magazine along with the acapella freestyles with each artist. The next year, XXL would make another significant change that would become quite iconic in years to come, and that was the release of the freshman ciphers. The 2011 class featured plenty of great picks like Mac.
Hold on. Why did I just say long live Freddie Gibbs? Why did I say that? I'm tweaking. I don't know why I said that.
Miller,
What
Lil
the fuck is wrong with me? I don't know. I'm my fault, people. I don't know why the fuck I just said that. I just realized why I said it. Why did I say that? Why the fuck did I say that? Why did I say long live Freddie
B,
Gibbs?
Kendrick Lamar, YG.
Hold on. Who's these? Who's these people? Meek Mill. Okay. You feel me? I don't see him right here, but whatever. Who the fuck is that? Mac Miller. Oh, my nigga Mac. Kendrick. Okay. YG. Okay. Big ass chain. I feel like this I don't know who this is. They feel like this is Lil B, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
and Meek Mill. They released a ton of extra content like the roundtable interviews.
The XXL freshman cover is that one thing that you always strive for when you start really getting serious, when you like always would get the cover and you'd be like, one day maybe I'm gonna be on there. And it's just wild to actually be on there.
Right. You know what I mean? Because we coming up, we look at this magazine, you know what I mean? This the shit. We got to jump on it. And to even be in it and then be on it, that's amazing.
And of course, the ciphers. Pretty quickly, the XXL freshman list became a staple in hip-hop culture, signifying that an artist was on the come-up and was up next. They were only a couple years in and were pretty accurate with their picks. XXL was also a very popular magazine by this time, so the freshman list had some extra credibility.
If you are nominated to be on this cover, that's like a form of acclamation saying that you're on your way up the ladder.
They were so popular and important that people would argue every single year over who should have made the list. And the controversy really helped the list become even more popular.
Personally, I'm gonna speak my mind.
Please.
I think a lot of the motherfuckers on the list is corny as
Some lists were definitely better than others, but XXL was fairly accurate and was able to pick artists that would have longevity. In 2012, they had picks like Future,
Iggy, is this French Montana? Is this fucking, what the fuck that nigga name is? I don't forget. Machine Gun Kelly. I see he right there. He got French Montana. Future, obviously they was right on my nigga Future on phone them. Kid Ink. Hospin. Shout out Hospin. That nigga raw as hell. You feel me? Shout out Hospin. Danny Brown. Is this Macklemore or whatever his name is?
Danny Brown, French Montana, MGK, and more. They also introduced the ability for fans to vote for the 10th spot winner, who in 2012 was Iggy Azalea. 2013 was stacked with artists like School.
Y'all voted for Iggy Azalea. Really? Wow, that's actually crazy. Wow, I can't believe that. Logic. Trinidad James. My nigga Sosa. I remember this cover. I remember this. Angel Hayes, Kurt Bangs, yeah. Shout out Kurt Bangs. Schoolboy Q, yeah. Okay.
Schoolboy Q, Joey Badass, Ab Soul, Logic, Travis Scott.
How I not know my nigga Joey Badass? Where the fuck Joey Badass at? This him right here? This is my nigga Joey Badass right
Chief Keef. Chief Keef actually couldn't make the shoot since he was in jail, so they had to edit him into the cover.
Yeah.
In 2014, XXL featured freshmen such as Chin.
Bibby, shout my nigga Bibby on some shit. My nigga Smirt. Rich Homie Quan, Chance. I remember this. Kevin Gates. Migos, yup, I remember this class. I remember this one. Yeah.
So Rapper, Lil Bibby, Ty Dolla $ign, Kevin Gates, Lil Durk, Isaiah Rashad, and more. Another fun fact is that XXL had also been releasing mixtapes with these artists from 2010 to 2014, and I'm not sure why they stopped, but I think it'd be really cool if they brought it back. Also in 2014, they stopped releasing physical magazines, instead opting to go fully digital. In 2015, they released the Freshman cover.
Okay, my fault. Chat, pause a lot. I just want to see who on these lists. Fetty, okay, Tynowolf, what the fuck is this nigga name? Bobby Schmurder. What Bobby Schmurder? Oh, he probably was in jail or some shit. Vince Staples, shout out Vince Staples, K Camp, that's his name. G-Mango, Gold Ink, Shaq Glizzy, I see that nigga right there. Tink, oh, shout out Tink, boy, shout out Tink, I fuck with Tink. Chirac, Chicago, very own, shout out Tink. Hey, fun fact, y'all know Tink came to my school one time, right? When I was a shorty. Before she blew up, yeah, I'm not even playing. Like, her and Maddie Baby, they literally performed at my school outside. Like, and I didn't know who the fuck they was. I did not give a fuck. I was just standing there. I remember I went to go sit in the grass in the field some shit because I didn't fucking care. I deadass didn't care. It was hot as hell. I did not care. Everybody was jumping around. Everybody excited. I'm like, who the fuck is Maddie Baby? Who the fuck is Tank? You feel me? Now she big as fuck now. I did not know she was going to be this fucking big.
With artists like Fetty Wap, Vince Staples,
that's like industry plant. What the fuck?
Rory, and more. However, in 2016, something happened that would change.
So 2016, nothing will ever top 2016. That's what's so good. Like nothing. I don't know what is. I don't know why 2016 that cypher was so. I don't know what's about it. It's like that's the face of XXL right there. Like nothing will ever be that good. After that, it fell off.
XXL.
I don't know.
In 2016, XX.
Nothing would ever top this list. Herbo. Even my nigga, Lil Dicky, his freestyle was raw. Savage, Yachty, Designer, you had fucking Joyner Lucas, Denzel Curry, my nigga Kodak. Like, I don't know what it was about this list, but this shit was so iconic. I don't know why.
Released their freshman class list.
I remember when this shit came out, folks.
Denzel Curry, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Dicky, Anderson .Paak, G Herbo, Dave East, Designer, and the 10th spot winner, Lil Yachty. At first, there were a lot of people who were upset because there weren't as many lyricists on the list like there had usually been. The list was full of a bunch of mumble rappers, if you guys remember that ancient phrase.
Herbo ain't no fucking mumble rapper. Get your bitch ass on.
Regardless, they released the ciphers for these artists, and they were again met with many mixed reviews. A lot of people at first clowned and made memes about the artists and their ciphers, with people even writing up articles saying it was the worst cipher of all time. If only they knew what was coming. However,
oh, man. If only they do. Hey, I'm from the future. Yeah, no, it's not. It's the most iconic cipher of all time, actually.
However, something stuck out about this cipher. Of course, I'm referring to the one with 21, Kodak, Denzel, Uzi, and Yachty. You guys know what I'm talking about. They seem to be having a ton of fun. They all had really good chemistry.
Yeah, that's why this cipher was so good, because these niggas was literally genuinely having fun with this shit. They did not give a fuck. You could tell the way these niggas were freestyling. They weren't trying hard. They weren't, oh my God, this is my time. These niggas was genuinely having fun. Look. My nigga Yachty smiling. Look, if y'all can't see, look, my nigga Denzel, he smiling and shit, folks. Like, these niggas generally was just having fun. I think that's why it was so good. Uzi sound like they was ad-libbing with each other. Like, these niggas was generally vibing with each other and having fun. That's what made this shit so fucking good. Because these niggas was generally having fun with this shit. They weren't trying hard. They weren't trying to be no lyricists. Or like, these niggas was just generally having fun. And actually like, damn. It was like, you know how it be, like, you sitting with your niggas and shit at lunch table, y'all just beating on the table, y'all freestyle. This what type of vibes this whole cipher gave me, folks. Damn, this shit was so good.
And the verses were all actually pretty solid. Uzi's verse shouting everyone out, everyone smiling in the background, everyone ad-libbing each other during one another's verses, Kodak making fun of the beat and everyone laughing.
Yes, that nigga made fun of like Kodak just said, who the fuck picked this little sorry ass beat? Like, this shit was so fucking good.
And I think everyone had some memorable lines. It was a super fun cipher with amazing chemistry that we don't see in a lot of the other ciphers. The only ciphers I think that come close in this sort of chemistry and fun energy are the ones with Kendrick and Lil B, Lil Durk and Ty Dolla $ign cipher, and the one in 2009, which wasn't even really a cipher. Everything from the cipher to the cover for the 2016 class was perfect, especially the tagline, "The New Wave," because after looking back in retrospect, they really were. However, the 2016 freshman class was in some way a double-edged sword. On one hand, it would eventually make people much more interested in the XXL freshman list, hoping that they would see some more fun ciphers and other great content surrounding their favorite artists. But it also brings me with my first reason as to why XXL is declining, and that is because, on the other hand, it likely set people's expectations way too high for what would happen in future ciphers. The chemistry, variety, and overall fun in the 2016 ciphers weren't very common beforehand, and they weren't super common afterwards, leading people to be disappointed with the upcoming ciphers. They also got very lucky with their picks because pretty much everyone from that class went on to have a very successful career, and they haven't really been able to replicate that on most of the more recent classes. Regardless, the 2016 ciphers have the most views on average than any other class. Following the hype of the 2016 freshman class,
yo, I ain't gonna lie, let's be honest, 2017 was iconic too, and we already know why, because this nigga right here, y'all see my boy right there, long live my boy Jase. Y'all see my boy Jase in the back? This the only reason why this was so iconic. End of the world, if I had the apocalypse, I will kill all of you fuckers. Fear be plentiful, death be plentiful. What was but none of you peasants? I still remember that day, my nigga. I was like, Zias and Belu had the best reaction to that shit though, because that's the exact same reaction I had to that shit. That nigga X got on that one ear, just, of the world, if I had the apocalypse.
XXL came through again with a lot of solid picks for 2017. Although a handful of artists from that class wouldn't go on to be as big.
Who been big? Long live my nigga PNB Rock. He was cool. My nigga X obviously blew the fuck up. A Boogie blew up. Cardi, obviously, this nigga blew the fuck up. These niggas, only pretty much X, PNB Rock, Cardi, and that's about it. Blew up.
Because the 2016 class, they still featured people like X, Amine, Playboy Cardi, and others. At the time though, these artists were super hot, and these ciphers became the second most viewed on average out of all of the others. X's cipher in particular went viral after his interesting verse. Aside from that though, this class and these ciphers were a lot of fun. However, in 2018, the freshman class
Ski had the best cipher I ever buy, I'm sorry.
Class would highlight yet,
but I don't, it's just, yeah.
Another issue that I think is causing people to lose interest in XXL. One thing that had become much more evident in ciphers with artists like Fetty Wap, Designer, Cardi, and now most of the 2018 class is that rap is changing. A lot of artists are less reliant on lyricism and instead focus on production, vocals, and melodies to make a good track. This is very evident in Pump, Black Boy, and Perp's cipher. They were having a lot of fun and had great chemistry.
Right, but it just, the lyrics made no fucking sense.
But they weren't good at all. They all did see success in their careers though, because their strengths were in their ability to write catchy hooks and rely heavily on their production. As Medium.com says, if they really want to get things right, and if they really want to be relevant and respectful of modern music, XXL magazine needs to do what responsible leaders do when traditions become archaic and outdated. They need to highlight the talents of the artist past only lyricism. And this is a really good point, because a lot of artists nowadays in the rap scene aren't as reliant on lyricism as previous rappers were. Of course, I can't ignore Jid and Ski's cipher, as they both had great.
Yeah, like I just said, Ski and Jid had the best ciphers. They did. If you listen to 2018, these niggas both had the best ciphers out of everybody.
Verses and are much better fit for a cipher, but the rest I can't say the same about. 2019 had a solid freshman class too, with artists like.
Yo, first of all, Meg, her shit was cool. Gunner shit was cool. Rico Nasty, she spazzed. The baby shit was cool. I ain't gonna lie, Roddy Rich, his shit was good too. Corday shit was cool too. This and then Mosey, he woke up feeling like the man.
Corday, Megan Thee Stallion, Rico Nasty, DaBaby, and others. However, a few artists on this list like Blueface, Lil Mosey, and YK Osiris helped demonstrate the idea that ciphers don't work out for every artist. The 2020 list was also very solid.
Chopper shit was good. Polo shit was cool. Cowboy shit was good. I fucked with cowboy shit. Actually, 2020 was decent. I ain't gonna lie. Rod Wave, his shit was cool. TJ shit was cool. Key, Long Little Key. Her shit was cool. Chica, her shit was cool. Fabio Foreign, what the fuck did he do again? I don't even fucking remember. Jack Harlow shit was cool too. And Baby King. Yeah. Like, this list was decent too. Like, it wasn't too bad. It's just, you feel me? Long Little Key, but if you know, you know.
Featuring artists like Polo G, Jack Harlow, NLE Choppa, Rod Wave, and many more.
I ain't gonna lie, they should have Vaughn on this shit. I'm sorry. They should have. They sold not having my nigga V-Roy on this shit, but whatever.
Great picks. The ciphers were actually pretty good, and even the more melodic artists performed very well. I don't think anyone really even had a bad verse. The beats were catered to them.
Nobody really did, to be honest. Like, 2020 was actually good. Like, it was just like, oh, okay. You know? Like, oh, all right. And then 2021, though, that was... I think we all know 2021, you know, Coi Leray. I love my brother and me.
And it was a really good class.
Hell no.
It was actually the last round
Shout
of
my nigga
ciphers to
Choppa.
average 10 million or more views. And from there, it would be downhill. Following the 2020
because right,
freshman
even
class,
2020 was
views on the
decent. 2021
ciphers
really
and
bad,
overall
to be
interest
honest with you.
began
2020
to
was just
decline.
like,
In
that was
2021,
cool.
the class featured artists like...
Oh my. I love my brother and me. I don't even remember nobody. I ain't gonna lie. Ruby Rose, like, this was so weird. Her shit, I don't even remember what the fuck she said. DDG. Yo, his shit was cool. I fought with Moray. His shit was cool. Her shit obviously became a meme.
Ian Dior, 42 Doug, Pooh Shiesty, and others. These ciphers averaged 75% less views than the previous four. In 2022, the freshman class featured Babytron, Saucy Santana, Sofego.
Hey, Saucy Santana. I got my headers blockers on. It's tunnel vision. Can't be in bed, join them, man. Make your decision. Fuck your time. Hell no. Kaylee was on this bitch. Or Kylie, where the fuck you got? Nardo Wick. Sofego, Babytron, Cochise. I think it was on this bitch. I don't really remember. Big 30. Yeah.
Nardo Wick, and more. This class again wasn't terrible, but it wasn't as good compared to the previous classes and had even less views on average than the previous year. And now we get to this year's freshman class, which has been facing a ton of criticism. The class had artists like Glorilla, Central C, La Tyler, and more. The announcement video had less views than any other announcement video before. All you gotta do is look at the like ratios and the comments to get...
Nigga, how do motherfuckers be looking at the like ratio? I can't. Cause remember YouTube took the whole dislike shit off? How the fuck do I change that shit?
An idea of how fans are feeling. And I think I've come up with a reason for this lack of interest. So my third and final reason for the decline of XXL is because rap in general is kind of getting stale. Now before you get mad at me, hear me out real quick. At first I was gonna say...
Not lying, people. If you really think about it, rap is really getting stale. Think about it, people. If you really think about hip hop right now, like, it's really just, there's really nothing new. Like, everybody raps about the same thing. Oh, there's a drill artist. Oh, he in the gang. I kill niggas, I pop pills, I fuck hoes. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a new female rapper. Oh, my pussy good. My lace front laid. Birkin bag. Fuck niggas, get money, period, sis. Hot girl, Like, it's just really nothing. It's just like, okay, like, it's really nothing new. Like, everything's just kind of like, okay, like, you feel me? Hey, man.
We
need some singers, boy. That's who the fuck we doing it. We need some more singers, boy. Fuck all this rap and shit. We need some more singers and rock, boy. Where are my rock stars and singers at? That's what the fuck we need. Fuck all these rappers and hip hop and shit. We need some more singers and rock stars, boy.
Recently have been
That's
weak,
what we need.
But then I thought, who else could they really pick? A lot of big artists to come out recently like Yeet or Ice Spice have declined XXL, so there really weren't too many other options. No matter who XXL picked, there aren't a lot of artists right now that are going to blow up to a big mainstream level, and that's not even the artist's fault. Recently, rap has been declining statistically. An article from Billboard states that rap has slightly dipped in its musical market share as other genres like rock and country have been growing quite a bit. And of course,
we need some more singers and rock stars. Fuck all these rappers, man. They all rap about the same shit. You fuck hoes, you get money, you kill niggas, you a gangster. Yo, pussy deep, you fuck on niggas and fucking you a hot girl, period sis, Birkin bag, and you got good pussy. Like it's like, oh, okay, cool.
I'm not trying to make this stupid argument that rap is dead like I've seen a lot of other outlets do.
Right, rap ain't necessarily dead. It's just stale. Like, it's not dead. It's just stale because there's really nothing new right now.
I think there aren't many new artists blowing up to a mainstream level right now. The first rap album to go #1 this year was 6 Months In from Lil Uzi Vert, which kind of demonstrates the fact that artists who were previously successful will still pull numbers. But there aren't just as many new guys doing that. In the early 2010s, you had scenes with artists like Mac Miller, Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole, and others blowing up. In the mid-2010s, you had the SoundCloud era with Uzi, Cardi, X, Juice WRLD, and people like that blowing up. And in the late 2010s, we had people like Roddy, Polo G, DaBaby, and others blowing up. But this decade, I'd argue that we haven't really seen any scenes like that blowing up to a mainstream level. Of course, there are little pockets like Detroit rap, the opium sound, the drill sound, but there really hasn't been one scene that's taken over the mainstream. And that's perfectly okay. I'm not blaming the artists or the community or the fans. I think that things need to get a little bit stagnant so that people want to hear something new. So I'm really just saying all this to dissuade hate from the newer artists on the new covers. Right. I don't think the freestyles were bad. I think a lot of them make pretty good music. I just think the whole genre or scene as a whole isn't as interesting to mainstream listeners as it has been. Right. Of course, I'm sure this will change. I think rap is going to be one of the top dog genres just as it has been for the last few decades, and I think it'll be like that for quite a while. So in my opinion, because of the high standards set in 2016, the outdated style of ciphers in general, and the overall disinterest in the rap scene from mainstream listeners is why the XXL freshman list has been on a decline. But like I said, it isn't all bad, and I'm sure a new sound will come out and captivate mainstream fans and bring a whole lot more interest to these artists, and I'm sure that XXL will be on top of it, just like they have been in previous years. Let me know down below in the comments if you disagree with me or if you agree with my take on this, or if maybe you have another possible reason. I don't really do opinionated videos like this. I mean, a lot of it was, you know, facts and statistics, but some of it was opinions, so let me know what you guys think down below. If you want to see more of my takes on things, let me know that too. Other than that though, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. This has been Matty Balls, and I'll see you guys next time.
Facts, man. Facts, man. It's just the only thing about rap, folks. It's the only thing about rap. You feel me? WV, man. Shout out to my nigga Matty Balls. Always and forever. You feel me? Always coming through, boy. But it's facts, though, man. Like, for rap is just, you feel me? It's just at a stale point. It ain't falling off. It's just, you know, it's at a stale point, folks. Like, that's it. Like, it's just, it what it is, folks. It is what it is, man. You can't even really be, you know. You can't really be too mad about it. On phone now, can't really be too mad about it on the guys. Man, rap is just rap, and that's it.